I put out a video prompt of sad boy music with this image. Give me some songs, but not just sad songs, but a specific type which tends to be a little cornier with its writing, sad Bart Simpson core type of edits, and I'll go over them tonight on stream for a video. I assume we're gonna be getting a lot of this like kind of like 2016 emo songs coming into this video as well, where even though there's like a lot of good songs and melodies coming out of that era, and overall it was like pretty fun to observe. Unfortunately, the case was for a lot of these songs is that they had very on the nose writing, making it a little bit corny for a lot of people, which personally, if the song sounded good enough, then I was able to look past it. I guess like a good example would be like Lucid Dreams. It was pretty on the nose, it was pretty corny, you could probably say, but at least the melody was good enough and the Sting sample was good enough to look past it in that case. MGK is king here. He does have, that's like a whole album to go over, okay? I already went over that whole album the other day. So I have a first example that I want to take a look at. Forgive me, I have Jojo Siwa in the tabs.
I can buy myself that way.
Yeah, this is specifically what comes to my head when I kind of think of it. So the lyrics here is probably like the prime example of like so on the nose, but this was still a huge song.
Roses are red, violets are blue. My heart is dead, I'm such a fool. Why did I fall for you? I gave it all for you. Roses are red, violets are blue.
Have you ever felt depression, Liam? Where it's like, okay, here's the thing. Here's something I want to get off the bat, is that when you criticize any of these songs for its writing, the immediate response back from people is that, well, they were actually going through something. Like these people like X or Juice WRLD, they were actually going through like a real depression. And that's fine, but that doesn't really say anything about the song. You're like, inherently, because you write a song about some kind of sad thing or some kind of breakup, it doesn't mean that automatically it kind of like justifies the song, and it means that it translates towards a good piece of media. It's the way that you portray and tell that story through that song. So it's like, for the same reason, you could write a song about something meaningless and like dumb, but it still ends up being like a really good song, versus if someone writes something about like this horrible traumatic experience, unless they're able to portray that in a good way, it doesn't really come across as anything that interesting. Fair, I just feel like the context adds a bit of sincerity, which is better than MGK, who is LARPing being sad. Yeah, that is true, totally. That is true. There's a huge difference between something like someone just completely faking like the aesthetic of being sad versus someone who genuinely is like going through something or depressed, who just can't really portray that idea in an interesting way that isn't like very on the nose and kind of like surface level. I feel like it hits deeper if the lyrics are less on the nose. Yeah, because it shows that there's a bar of entry into making a song, where it's like the reason why people look at lyrics like this and think they're like corny and they're not really that interesting is because anyone could do it, right? I mean, this kind of like reads like a Dr. Seuss book or whatever, like an emo trap Dr. Seuss book, right? Versus if you're able to portray your ideas in an interesting way through metaphors or just portraying those emotions uniquely, then they're viewed as more respectable.
Feeling lost, don't know what to do, but I just got some head in the back of my core.
Like that's like, how do you not laugh at that? That's so fucking dumb. Interesting switch up. Yeah, I'm talking about how depressed I am. I'm talking about how much struggles I'm going through. You know, my heart is dead, but you know, this girl happens to be giving me a really good blowjob right now, so that's also a fascinating experience I'm going through. You just don't get it, Liam? Hashtag relatable? You're just mad you can't relate? Is that the case?
Then I fuck a bad bitch.
And now we're talking about fucking bad bitches? It's like this is indistinguishable from just like another rap song that's just talking about fucking bitches, getting hoes. I feel like it's just kind of out of place, you know? It's a little out of place here. So that's the first example I want to bring up, which I think fits the prompt 10 out of 10. That's like the first thing that I think of personally. Jocelyn Flores by XXX is literally the prototype for this kind of music. Yeah, so this is getting to like 100% 10 out of 10 to the core of it. So this song is about one of his friends that died.
I know you're somewhere.
X had some really good instrumentals, but Lord of Mercy, the lyrics did me in.
I'm in pain, wanna put 10 shots in my brain. I've been tripping about some things can't change. Suicide at the same time, I'm tamed, put your diss in, bag of a phone call. Girl that you fuck with, kill herself.
When I was 12, I thought this shit was so deep, bro. Well, to be fair, this one's one of the less egregious examples on this album, though. This is like fine so far. I think this is fine. I don't think it's as good as Revenge, writing-wise, but it's like all right, especially this like chorus.
I was this summer and nobody helped, and ever since then when I hate myself when I fucking ended.
This isn't corny, the edits made it cringe and shit. It's no doubt the edits did a horrible reputation hit to like a lot of these songs. That is true. Unfortunately, it is true that the Bart Simpson edits gave a really bad reputation to it. I remember seeing one that said, Logic, you know what song it is. It's like, we all know the song. Who can relate, guys? Who's out there relating? I'm relating right now.
I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like my life ain't mine.
Literally the king of corn. What do you mean? Guys, you guys are being too mean.
Who can relate? Woo!
Who's out there relating? I'm out there relating, man.
I feel like my life ain't. I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive. I just wanna die today.
Put him up, man.
I just wanna die.
I just related. Yeah, me too, man. And I'm pretty sure the example they used in the music video, like the guy who like plays this character or whatever, I'm pretty sure they portrayed like some guy getting bullied for being gay in high school. And what his like classroom bullies would do is not only put notes in his locker, which that's more something understandable that would happen, but they put like, they stuck like a dildo on his locker, man. Where it's just like, is it just me or does that seem a little bit much? Like, who's out there doing that? Who's out there sticking dildos on lockers? And like he opened it up. I'm not gonna show it on screen for obvious reasons. He opened it up and it's just like flinging in his face. Huh? So you're telling me some bully out there, not gay by the way, went to Spencer's Gifts, hopefully, to buy a dildo just to bully this guy? Just to bully this guy? Is that even possible? Can someone in high school buy a dildo, or do they like steal their mom's? What's going on there? What color was it? I think it was peach. I don't know. So very deep stuff going on. But moral of the story, okay, this was me, and this is what I can relate with. Okay, this is why I relate to this song.
And they say every life precious, but nobody care about mine. I've been on the low.
The most interesting part about this is how nobody else around you like kind of tells you like, hey man, you know what? Maybe you should change up like these few lines. Like no one did no one tell him this? Everyone just like hyped this guy up around him. I mean, to be fair, the song was insanely successful. You know what I mean? Like over like 1 billion views. So to be fair, there is that aspect. There's always an audience for something, so never doubt that. I just feel like it's so interesting that no one else around him, no producer, Khalid, who was on this song, no one else thought, yeah, like maybe just tweak these couple lines. Maybe you don't want to be this on the nose of literally who can relate. Never underestimate relate slop. I guess so. I guess that's the true moral. It's an awareness song, Liam. Okay, I don't know if you guys are trolling, but on the off chance that that's a real person saying that, yes, and it's an awareness song. Again, just because something is about a serious topic doesn't automatically make it a good piece of media. I could write a song about a terrible traumatic incident, but if I do it in a very corny way and I don't explain it in any kind of like interesting or unique way, but instead like very on the nose, who can relate? Guys, have you ever felt this is my song.
Who can relate?
Who's out there relating? Album sneak peek? You know it. Bro Do Toxic by BoywithUke. Oh, I know that one. This fits it pretty accurately.
All my friends are toxic, all ambitionless, so rude and always negative. I need new friends, but it's not that quick and easy, or I'm drowning. Let me breathe. No, you don't know how it feels to be alone, baby.
Corn maze? That's the first time I've ever heard that before. Corn maze. Please turn it off. Turn it off. Here's the thing particularly about this. This song feels like, it kind of sounds like social media to me. Do you know sometimes where like a song sounds like social media? I wish I could explain this better, but it's just, I guess it's the combination of the voice, the production, and also the writing and the lyrics. I don't know. It sounds so manufactured and too polished to be an authentic song. Yeah, I guess it's something along those lines. Sounds like TikTok made the song. Roblox bully story music. Yes, that explains it far better than I could have. Yes, that is the perfect idea.
I'm drowning, let me breathe. I'm drowning, let me breathe.
This song's the type of thing that a depressed 5th grader would think is fire. I feel bad. I'm trying to. Okay, now I feel like that. I mean, I do agree. I do have to agree. But now I want to find the silver lining. Because unfortunately, you guys are like dead on though. I see it more as like a different type of sad boy where I don't know if it would be in Bart Simpson type of like edits. Like a different one, like a TikTok, like a newer age, because this song came out in like, I'm assuming 2020. So I would say that one's pretty accurate, probably like an 8 out of 10. All right, I'm interested in this though, because I have not heard a bunch of Lil Peep, so I'm interested to see this one, Falling Down. Someone donated this in before? Yeah, this isn't even bad. Lil Peep birthed half of Sadboi's lol. The flashbacks to the edits. Yeah, this isn't all right. This is okay. This is the thing about this though. This is another one of these songs that's very accurate, but it's not like it's bad. It's not. This isn't bad. I feel like there's much probably worse examples of Lil Peep's writing, but this fits for like the edits, but it's not necessarily like corny. I don't think this is bad. Which one do we do by Juice? I saw a bunch of people saying either Lucid Dreams or All Girls Are the Same. Because here's the thing. Okay, we could quickly talk about both. Okay, so here's the thing with these two songs. So Lucid Dreams is definitely a prime example of like for the prompt or whatever, 10 out of 10. But the thing about Lucid Dreams is that it sounds great, okay? It's a great Sting sample. It's a really good melody. It's enjoyable to listen to. Some of the lines are fine, but unfortunately, it does kind of get to a level where it's a little much for me. I think there's a bridge part that gets uniquely bad, or the verses.
I take prescriptions to make me feel okay. I know it's all in my head.
Yeah, that's the part that's it's a little too on the nose. Where again, even though it's like a real thing you're struggling with, it kind of is. He takes normal pills. It is kind of like that. You're just saying it. It's just like the sentence. It's not any kind of like metaphor or explaining the idea. It's like I take prescriptions. It is just like, again, I'm taking drugs to cure my anxiety. I'm just gonna say a sentence what I'm dealing with. I have trauma. My dad beating me ever since I was 7 years old. Okay, very sad. Okay, that's not true. It's not true, but you know what I mean? It's just, you're just saying it, where ideally, I think what I just prefer better and what makes it less corny is when you're able to like explain the emotions more than just like saying the thing. No, but aside from that though, the song sounds good. But what is the case of All Girls Are the Same? I don't remember this as much.
I admit it, another hoe got me finished. Broke my heart, oh no you didn't. Fuck sipping, I'ma down a whole bottle.
Oh no, you didn't. Okay, it's just, yeah. I mean, it's just a little much. Middle school boys after their girlfriend of 3 days breaks up with them. Hey, these girls are insane. It is too much. It is middle school breakup. Lost Boys, MGK, and Trippie Redd. Oh my gosh, are we already revisiting this 10 out of 10 album? It's just one of those nights again, remember?
It's just one of those nights again. No one wants their life to end. Drowning out in a life of sin.
Like, nothing but good memories of this album. 34-year-old man calling himself a sad boy. Very normal and awesome behavior.
Bloodshot, blue eyes. I recorded two tonight. One is for all those I love. This one's for the suicide.
God, his voice is so cool, man. I love the vocal fry.
I'm rich and still savage. I'm rich and I'm unhappy. I wish I was back in the days when I had a shitty shirt with my hat backwards. Now I'm alone in a vamp castle. I'm telling myself it's the...
Now I'm alone in a vamp castle. What is the deal with all of these like previous rappers? Like Playboy Carti calls himself a thug emo. What was going on there? What's going? And he's cosplaying as a vampire. Calls himself a vampire now. MGK. These people just view. Oh, is this an alternative aesthetic? Like vampires, right? Vampires are pretty cool. Okay, well I'm gonna make epic vampire references in my songs now. Okay, this is gonna be my personality. So crazy. Okay, but this isn't even the main song from the album that portrays this idea. If you really want to get to the core of it, you'd play this song.
Wonder what makes me happy again. What the fuck makes me happier, friend? Sometimes I'm sad
as hell.
And I'm not really happy to be here.
Dude, who else is relating? Who's up relating right now? Just wait for it. Hearing these 30-year-old men talk about the most surface level shit is a new level of suffering. Sounds like you can't relate. Sounds like you haven't gone through any hardship in your life. Any kind of suffering. Sounds like you haven't been sad as hell enough. We got many ideas, okay? We got many ideas. So I'm feeling depressed. I want to get across these emotions. I want to tell a story through my art, through my music. How do I do it?
Sometimes I'm sad as hell.
Oh, wait, I haven't even thought of that. I could just say it. I could just say I'm sad. And boom, we got a record. We got a fucking record. It's so cool. It's a new level of genius that no one has thought before. And the best part... Dude, the whistling kills me. It's so good. Give me a good Lil Peep example.
Girl, you don't know my pain. And my pocket's got a lot of cocaine.
This is what I mean with these back-to-back lines. This is what I was saying about Juice WRLD earlier. There's something about it that's just kind of hilarious to me. Where you go back-to-back of talking about depression and then getting head by some girl in a car. Or being on drugs or having cocaine in your pockets. Like, what? I don't know. I feel like those don't really... It's just like a harsh left turn. You know, you could talk about addiction struggle without being a cornball. Yeah, plenty of people have done it. That's very true. There's something a little unserious about it that I can't really fully get down with, just personally. Like talking about ice on my neck while like these same ideas of talking about depression. It sounds ingenuine. I don't even know how to explain it. Well, yeah, that's the thing though, where it's like that's the thing. It could be genuine emotions, but it does sound ingenuine the way it comes across.
You cut through me like a wrist.
Yeah, this is a perfect example. Literally, look at my wrist, Dad. Bitch, did you forget you cut me through like a wrist? Surely there's gotta be a better way to portray this idea. It's just so corny. That is going to be the sad boy music. That is what we got to take a look at. Let me know, did we capture it? I appreciate all the Patreon members. Very much appreciative of everybody supporting since all the videos get copyrighted. Those are the main people keeping the channel going, so very appreciative. If you want, you could join right here as well in the pinned comments. But guys, that's going to do it for the YouTube segment. Thank you all for watching. Like, sub, do whatever you want. But yeah, there we go.